Have you ever questioned if the celebration of Easter could be a cultural appropriation of an ancient festival? Today, we delve into this intriguing inquiry. Cultural appropriation, the adoption or borrowing of elements from another culture, often without understanding or respect, raises complex questions, especially when it comes to age-old traditions and festivals such as Easter. Now, Easter is a Christian celebration commemorating the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Yet, its name hints at older roots. Eostre, a festival celebrated by ancient pagans, revered the goddess of dawn and spring. It was a time of rebirth and renewal, themes that resonate strongly with the Christian Easter. So does the celebration of Easter borrow from the pagan festival of Eostre? Are we looking at cultural appropriation or mere coincidence? These questions open a fascinating window into the interplay between different cultures and belief systems throughout history. As we ponder on this, we invite you to join us on this journey of discovery. To understand the connections, we must first unravel the roots of these two celebrations. Let's start with Easter. Originating from Christian traditions, Easter commemorates the resurrection of Jesus Christ, an event of profound significance in Christianity. The festivities include attending church services, feasting on traditional foods, and the well-known practice of Easter egg hunting, symbolizing the emergence of new life. Now, let's turn our attention to Eostre. Eostre is a festival celebrated by pagans, particularly those who follow the Old English and Germanic traditions. It is held in honor of the goddess Eostre, who embodies the dawn, spring, and fertility. The festival is often marked by sunrise rituals, feasting, and the exchange of painted eggs, which symbolize rebirth and renewal. Do you see the parallels here? The themes of resurrection, new life, and rebirth are common to both Easter and Eostre. They both also involve communal feasting and the exchange of eggs. However, it's important to remember that these celebrations also hold their unique characteristics. For instance, Easter has a deeply religious significance in Christianity, while Eostre is more connected to the changing of seasons and the natural cycle of life. While the two celebrations have some striking similarities, they also hold their unique characteristics. Now that we've examined the roots of Easter and Eostre, let's discuss the question of cultural appropriation. Cultural appropriation, in essence, is the adoption or use of elements from another culture, particularly when the dominant culture borrows from a disadvantaged or minority culture without understanding or respect. So, is the celebration of Easter a cultural appropriation of Eostre? This question has sparked considerable debate. On one hand, some argue that if Easter indeed has its roots in the pagan festival of Eostre, then the Christian appropriation of this celebration could be seen as cultural appropriation. They suggest that the transformation of Eostre into Easter, a cornerstone of Christian faith, could be viewed as a form of cultural dominance, where the powerful Christian culture absorbed and repackaged a tradition from a less dominant pagan culture. On the flip side, others contend that cultures are not static entities. They evolve, intertwine, and influence each other over time. From this perspective, the incorporation of Eostre traditions into Easter could be seen as cultural exchange rather than appropriation. They argue that the blending of cultural practices is a natural part of human history and societal development. Regardless of where one stands on this issue, it's important to note that it's not about winning an argument. It's about acknowledging the complex interplay of cultures and histories that have shaped our world and continue to do so. While the debate continues, it's crucial to respect all cultural expressions and their unique histories. As we wrap up, let's summarize our exploration today. We delved deep into the roots of Easter and the deity Eostre, unraveling the intricate tapestry of their origins. We discovered that Easter, a Christian holiday, and Eostre, a figure from Anglo-Saxon mythology, share more than just a name. Their similarities extend to symbols and customs, painting a fascinating picture of cultural interweaving. However, we also found significant differences between the two. These differences highlight the uniqueness of each tradition, underscoring the importance of understanding context when comparing cultural practices. We then grappled with the question of cultural appropriation. Is the celebration of Easter a form of cultural appropriation of Eostre? That's a complex question, one that invites us all to ponder on the nuances of cultural exchange, influence, and appropriation. Remember, understanding our shared histories can foster a deeper respect for our diverse cultural practices. Until next time, keep questioning and exploring.